Hey guys, Cody Spencer here with Remax Structure. Today's video is going to be about a local restaurant that Jamal and I visited in Lone Tree, Colorado called Corneli's Italian Restaurant, one of my ultimate favorites. Stay tuned for an interview with the owner as well as us trying out some food. Hey guys, it's Cody and Jamal here from Remax Structure in Lone Tree, Colorado, and we wanted to spotlight a restaurant that we're a huge fan of here in Lone Tree off of Park Meadows Drive, and that restaurant is Corneli's Italian Restaurant. And right here we are with the owner, Lucinda, and we just wanted to kind of inform you guys of this wonderful place and that they're still in business. They have a patio and a few of those bubble tents, and they're serving people here at the restaurant and online. So Lucinda, can you tell us a little bit about your story, how you guys came to be?
Absolutely. Well, first I'd like to say thanks so much for thinking of us and wanting us to be a part of this. This is awesome. It's, it really does take a community, a village, whatever you say, to bring us all together and make us all thrive. So thank you for that. But, for those of you who don't know about Corneli's, we will be 7 years old on the 26th of December.
Wow.
So we've been here 7 years in this little, well, not really little, but this big apartment complex that has retail outlets in it. And we've set up home here. This has really been our home. It's my husband and I and our 3 children, Brittany, Connor, and Nico, and 2 of whom work for us. And we just have a passion for restaurants. It is something that we've been doing for about 45 years combined.
Nice.
And, my husband's from Chicago. I'm from Florida, but he's a foodie. He's one of those that's like, here's 6 ingredients, do something with it, and you're like, how did you just do that?
Yeah.
So he's the back of house, I'm the front of the house, and we just love what we do. It takes a very particular skill set to run a restaurant, just like any business. But restaurants in particular, because you're dealing with so many different personalities and restrictions and pandemics and all those things happening, right? So you really have to be able to just kind of have a turnstile attitude. You have to really just roll with the punches and be ever flexible, changing with all the changes that are going on. But we believe in 2 things, and that's service and quality food, good food, and consistency of that. If you can't do those things right in a restaurant, you hang up your hat, because you got to love what you do. Service has got to be number one. I always tell everybody, this is my second home. So when you have a party at your home, you greet your guests, you talk to your guests, you make sure everything is clean and sanitized and everything is just right. And that's what we do here. And I think everybody knows that, that we really know how to take care of our guests. And if we do mess up, we do our best to make sure it's right, if given the chance. But no, that's, we plan on being here for quite some time.
That's awesome.
To come.
Yeah. Well, this location right here, I'm curious on how you chose this location, because it's kind of, like you said, it's an apartment complex.
Right.
That's retail spaces and stuff. It's a little hidden.
Oh, yeah.
But for the people that come here, I know a lot of people who have come here, they all love it. And I think because it's small and like that family atmosphere, I feel like it almost benefits you being in this location.
It's funny because I always say that, a lot of people ask, how did you find this location? I say, well, actually it found us. Because literally we had a location in Highlands Ranch that was just wonderful, and we wanted it, but there was just no way. It would have taken 6 figures to make that happen, and we're not a 6-figure family. So I literally went home that day, and I wasn't sad. I just felt like, okay, this one didn't work. Let's figure it out. And I went home and I went on to Craigslist and literally searched restaurants for sale.
That's nice. Okay.
And this one popped up, and I literally was on that. I live at Highlands Ranch, and I'm like, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? And I drove by here for years. I used to run the coffee shop at Nordstrom for 7 years. And this was kind of back door. And I'm like, where is that? And I got in my car. I'm saying literally a lot, but literally I did. I got in my car. And I'm driving here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know exactly where that is. And then I turned in and I saw it, and it was a location. This has been like 5 different restaurants. But the one that was before us was called Chicago Our Dogs. Strange name, Chicago Dogs.
Okay.
But they incorporated Asian food, and that was even stranger. But not a worry. They were in a 5-year lease. They were only 9 months in, and we took over. We built a relationship because I knew the second I pulled in, I went, "There's my second home."
This is the one.
Yeah. You know that. I think if you've bought a home, if you've like walked into an apartment complex that you're trying to rent, you know if it's yours.
It's that gut feeling.
This I knew was our restaurant, and we just created a relationship with the people that were renting, and within 2 months we signed on the dotted line on November 22nd, and we opened the doors December 26th, 2013.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I had a lot of naysayers. I had a lot of people say, "You're small. Your parking sucks," and they still say it, and I say, "Well, people find us."
Yep.
You know what? That's right.
7 years later, we're still
That's
here.
what I say.
so.
Very respectfully, I say that. But, I do. I say, well, go downtown. Go to Chicago. Go to New York. That's what everybody deals with. It is what it is. But if you want quality, great food, and just amazing service where we're going to treat you like family, this is where you need to come.
Definitely.
Especially in this day and age right now.
We all need that.
You know how many times you walk into a restaurant and you feel like a number? You feel like, what can I get you? No. Hey, how are you doing? What brought you in tonight? I want to know these things. It's important. I don't want to know it because it's a routine. I want to know it because you're now part of my family. So I want to get to know you.
Yep.
And people that know me know that.
We're so disconnected these days, and that's what makes it even harder. I feel
Right.
like with Zoom, even though we're there virtually,
Yeah, but
I feel
even
like
more
it
so.
makes us even more disconnected.
Yep,
So
exactly.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
we need a little normalcy when we go out.
do.
And the fact that you can still go out and come and sit in my restaurant, not in my restaurant, but in
Yeah.
my patio, on the side patio. We were very fortunate with that. We had that built, or added on, I should say, 5 years ago.
Okay.
But it was just in such a way that it only covered about 3/4 of the patio because it's a funky S shape.
Yeah.
And I couldn't afford it. I could only afford to do one little thing. And last year in September, I said, okay, this is ridiculous. Every time it snows, I lose that portion of it.
Yep.
And that's about 12 seats. That's a big deal. So I had it revamped, and thank goodness there was somebody looking out after us because the panels now, they're not these zip-up things anymore. They raise up and down. We have skylights. We have the ventilated little things. So that's
Yep.
why we can see it outside. It's open air. So, but
That
it's
airflow is
warm.
there.
But it's
Yeah.
warm because I have my stand-up heaters and I have my big heaters on the wall. So it's very warm and cozy.
It's
I
awesome.
have blankies, but you really don't need them.
Really give it that home
Yeah,
feeling.
exactly. The blankies make a big difference. I wash them here and keep them all clean, snugly.
So I guess the question I would have to ask is, what made you guys decide on Italian food?
Oh, Italian's been in the blood since day one. But Jimmy is Italian. He is from Chicago. He moved out here when he was 13. Oddly enough, I did too. And my mom was out here, and his whole family. He's the youngest of 5, and they all moved out. And he started working at an Italian restaurant. Maybe one of you guys have heard of it. It's called Giramoni's in Lakewood. It's still there. I hope, anyways. And he was throwing a baseball around, and he hit the owner's windshield with
no.
it. And the owner said, well, looks like you got yourself a job. And he did. So he was there for many, many years. And the guy that he actually brought on board and got hired, a friend of his, is actually, hopefully, still the part owner of it right now. So, yeah, it's just crazy how that works. But
Yeah.
Italian is just what he's been around. When I met him 27 years ago, he started a restaurant called Pasta's Italian Restaurant in Littleton, just across the street from Southwest Plaza. If you guys know where the Target is, Southwest Plaza on the other side of Bowles, there's a little nook and cranny down there, and it's now, I think it's still an Asian restaurant. No, Indian restaurant, excuse me. But that's where it was. So when I met him, that's where he started working there as a line cook, but then he became the sous chef there, or the chef, whatever. He just calls himself a line cook, so he doesn't believe in that stuff. But yeah, he was there for 7 years and had a northerner and a southerner on each side of him, just teaching him, talking to him, everything. But again, he's just one of those foodies, that just gets it. So.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, all that experience built over time.
Oh, yeah.
Really,
We've been
you
in this business
you can
a long
taste
time.
it. You can definitely
Yeah.
taste that quality of Italian food there.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So what would you say is the most popular dish here? I know one of my favorites is just a regular Neapolitan margherita pizza. That's one of my favorites. And there's I've had pasta here as well. That's just absolutely to die for. So what do you think are like the top items?
Lasagna's the house favorite. It's number one on the pasta list for a reason. Everybody gets it.
Yeah.
The cool thing about our menu is we're a 95% scratch-made kitchen. So when you order it, we're making it. Now lasagna I can't make right then and there, but I make it every day. We sell enough of it that we literally make it every day. My husband had a friend of ours who is a stainless steel genius, and his name is Mike. He's actually coming tonight, but he had him make us a pan for the lasagna, literally just for the lasagna, because it's perfect dimensions so that we can cut it just right.
Yeah.
But so we, the lasagna is definitely awesome, and I think the difference with it is we make a homemade bechamel sauce, which is that white cheesy sauce. It's our Alfredo. So it's a very different form of Alfredo, because normally when you have kind of an American Alfredo, it's very buttery and rich. Still good, but this is a different flair on it because it's a lot lighter, a lot fluffier sauce. Bechamel is made with milk, onion reduction, and flour. So definitely not for gluten-free people, but we drizzle that on top, and that just brings it home. That's just amazing. So we do. That's a favorite. My favorite's the aglio e olio. Say that 3 times. It's just simplicity at its finest. Yeah. It's just that's when you really see Italian food at its best. When you have just 5 ingredients and it tastes like that, because it's just white wine, oil, crushed red pepper flakes, and garlic. A little bit of butter. Gotta always have a little butter in there. But yeah, I mean, I always tell people too, always flip that menu over, because our sandwiches, our pizzas, the calzones, strombolis, on point. I mean, our sandwiches are fabulous. We get our bread locally, we make our own dough, we make all the sauces. So if we don't make it, we're getting it from local.
That's awesome. Supporting the community.
Yeah. Same with our beer, Lone Tree beer, and absolutely. Yeah. The Italian bakeries for our cookies and our sausage, and so got to do it.
Yeah. Well, you guys got to try it sometime. I know, we're here in Lone Tree, but you guys service all over Denver.
Oh, absolutely.
But how can people find you during this time? Come into your restaurant and utilize these tents that you guys have in the patio. But how can they find you online and maybe order online and get some of those delivery options available?
Absolutely, and I appreciate you asking that too. So we are open for in-house. I can't say in-house, but it is dining. But it's reservation only. We also have the domes that seat. We're only saying 6 or more. If it's lunchtime, if it's mid-afternoon, we'll seat you in them, because it's not like we have a lot of people, coming during that time. But typically for the dinner times, we need it to be reservation only, because I only have 2, so I have to make it worthwhile. So 6 or more. So finding us and ordering from us, the best way to do it is literally to go onto our website. Our website has an ordering tab. You can do delivery or pickup, and the order comes straight to us, and we prioritize as far as the orders come in. You get first priority. Fridays and Saturdays get nuts. I'm very happy to say that we get up to 2.5-hour wait times for takeout. We can't, if you're in-house, I'm not making you wait that long, but that's why. It's because I have to take care of the guests that are here in-house. So, but again, the best way is to go online or call us directly on our regular phone, 303-799-3661, or just go to www.cranellis.com. CRANELLIS, no apostrophe. But we also use Grubhub as well. So Grubhub's out there, but we're a choice for Grubhub, whereas most, if you go to my website, you want me. So you want the food. So, and honestly, our website is where we get about 80% of our takeout.
That's good.
So that's a good thing. We like that, because that means people know they want our food.
For sure.
Or call us. I mean, whatever. We'll answer the phone unless it's busy, which it gets busy.
I believe it, because I'm one of those phone calls. So.
Well, thanks.
But yeah. So you guys have to check out Cranelli's here in Lone Tree and see it for yourself, or take out if you want to stay safe during these times, and and we just hope you support this local business and listen to this family during this time.